Well, thank you for joining us today. So, would you like to tell us your name and how are you involved in theater?
Oh, for sure. My name is Sarah Beck Esme, and currently I am involved in theater in that I do the choreography for our middle school productions at Dakota Hills Middle School.
Why do you think kids should get involved in theater?
Oh, some of my happiest, earliest memories are from being a part of theater. We talk at Dakota Hills about having kind of a theater family, but I lived that growing up. All four of my siblings, as well as my father, we all did the theater productions in Anoka, where I grew up, and I just think that I developed not only strong relationships with my own siblings, but also kind of the extended community that is a part of theater. And I think it's a place that it can be very, very accepting of all eccentricities, because frankly in theater, like the bigger, the bolder, the better oftentimes. And so I think it helps to build a lot of confidence for people and creates really, really wonderful memories that are short-lived in, like, it exists within this community, and then the next show involves new people and you can create that community all over again. So it's short-lived but full of life in that moment, and I really appreciate that.
Thanks. What advice do you have for auditioning?
So for me, what helps with my anxiety in terms of my nerves is to feel super, super prepared. So when I've taken the stage and I haven't felt as well rehearsed, that's when I get really, really anxious. Now for an audition, that's hard, right? Because you don't necessarily know what's going to be asked of you, but if you do your research, if it's a singing audition and you really, really practice and you perform your song for a bunch of different people, so you get some of those nerves taken care of before the actual audition. If you read the score, if you study the score, if you read the script, and if you study the script and you know thoroughly what the lines are and kind of the story arc, whenever you can do that, I think that's really beneficial.
Well, you already answered the second question,
okay.
Or the next question. So, and the third question, kind of.
Okay.
So, why do you love theater?
I love being a part of the theater world at my school because I love to see the unique talents that comes from students that I don't necessarily get to see in the classroom. There are leaders that rise in the theater space that I wouldn't necessarily see rise in the classroom space. And I enjoy, I'm a dancer, so I enjoy getting the excuse to dance along to musicals with my students and encourage them to do that, because I think you either know you love to dance or you haven't really done it much. And so when I can get the talent of the people who know they love to dance, but I can also encourage people to enjoy the movement that goes along with musicals and choreography, I think that's great, but I think it's fun. And I love to see students have fun and build their own theater family and connections with each other like I did when I was growing up.
So what are you looking for in an audition?
When I am a part of the audition process, I want to see the skills, right, that the individual has. I also really want to see how they interact with other people, right? So, like, are they a team player? Are they going to be the person who's going to be able to take direction? I joke that actors need to take direction and directors need to be able to take action. And if I feel like it's a student or an actor, dancer, whomever, singer that is really, really solid, but they're not necessarily going to take direction or be a team player, I'm actually maybe not going to cast them for maybe their best role, because I'm looking at creating an entire community that's going to coalesce and work well together. And that's hard to see in a really short audition. So you think that your audition only is when you're in front of the person who's judging you, but actually we're watching you from the moment you walk into that space. We're watching you when you don't think that you're the focused person in that room, because we want to kind of see that whole community that you'll contribute to.
Okay, so is there anything besides like singing, acting, dancing that might help you get a part in the show?
Oh, well, you named the big three, right? A triple threat is somebody who can sing, act, and dance, but beyond that, oftentimes shows call for special skills. So if you can play an instrument, if you can do any sort of acrobatic something, okay, sometimes shows will call for that. You could continue to develop and work on those on your own, but also sometimes in an audition form will say, you know, do you have any special skills? So that'd be some things to think about. Being able to speak in another language, being able to whistle, being able to make funny noises, okay, all of that could potentially work. But if you're going to put it on that list as, you know, as a special skill you have, you want to make sure that you are very good at it, that you can do it safely, and that you wouldn't be embarrassed to do it if it was asked of you. So while I once upon a time played the cello and the flute, it's been a real long time. I would not list them anymore as special skills that I have, because I would not feel comfortable performing them in front of an audience.